Let's impress your family and friends at your next barbecue with some Kettle Fried Chicken. Start with a chicken, like this plump 1.6 kilogram one I picked up from Mick out at Gippsland Premium Meats. Everyone is trying to save $1 these days, so grab a whole bird and I'll show you how to break it down. Start with the bird laying on its back. Use your knife to cut the skin between the thigh and the breast, flip the bird over and pop the hip joints. Then you can cut around each one, giving you the 2 whole legs. Flip these over and onto the skin side. Then you can see the fat vein. Cut through there to separate the leg from the thigh. Remove the wings by finding the joint and slice through them to remove them both. Now cut through the chicken, separating the breast from the back. The back can be used to make stock. Cut through the breastplate to separate the 2 sides of the breast. Then cut both of these in half as well. Now you have a fully portioned out chicken. Today's cook requires a high indirect heat of 240 degrees Celsius. That's why I'm using a 57 centimeter Weber Kettle, and I'm pairing it up with a kettle Kone, which I'm going to 3/4 fill with Heat Beads coconut briquettes. Place the lid back on, making sure all the vents are wide open, and we're going to let that grill warm up for 10 minutes. KFC worldwide portions out their birds differently, so don't start commenting on that. No one really cares. Finger licking good starts with the seasoning. This recipe is adapted to taste like original KFC that is cooked in a barbecue. For the spice blend, you will need 1 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 teaspoon of dried thyme, 3/4 teaspoon of dried basil, 2 tablespoons of sweet paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1.5 teaspoons of celery salt, 1 tablespoon of garlic salt, 1.5 teaspoons of black pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of mustard powder, 1.5 tablespoons of white pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of ground ginger, 1 tablespoon of MSG, 2 teaspoons of aluminium-free baking powder, and 2 cups of plain or all-purpose flour. Mix this up and you are now ready to watch people lick their fingers. Coating chicken is simple, but complex at the same time. You will make mess, so I like to lay down foil to make for an easy cleanup. Then we need the chicken, some water, and a way to drain the chicken, the seasoning, and a cooling rack. Place all of the chicken in the water. This isn't to wash it, but to wet it to help the seasoned flour stick. Jiggling the chicken to make sure it is all wet, then allow it to drain off a bit. Now placing the chicken into the seasoning mix, tossing the pieces 7 times, then pressing down on them 7 times. This just helps the flour to stick. Finish by knocking 2 pieces together to remove all of the loose seasoned flour. Then back in the water they go for a double dip and drain off and back into the flour for an extra coating. Knock off all the excess flour and lay the pieces out on a wire rack. Then spray the chicken with some canola oil, flip them over and repeat. Double dipping your chicken will not keep it moist. It's time to make some dirty bird. The barbecue is ready now, so give the grate a quick spray of oil. Then lay out the chicken pieces around the outer area of the grill, as this is where that high heat is being forced. We will essentially be air frying this chicken. Put the lid on and enjoy the smells of crispy chicken over the next hour. This kettle fried chicken will take an hour to be finger licking ready. And to me, that's a to-be cook. Cheers. Don't worry about your health. Fried chicken and beer are new superfoods. Did you know the Weber lid vent creates a hot spot? It's true, as that cold air is sucked in through the bowl vents, it then goes through the hot fuel and forced out through the lid vent. So to ensure an even cook, I turn the lid 1/4 of the way every 15 minutes during the cook. We are 45 minutes into the cook. It's time to check the coating. Due to using flour in a dry environment, it can sometimes leave a few dry patches. So a quick light spray of oil for the last 15 minutes of the cook will fix that, and also help crisp up the skin a bit more. Just watch out for flare-ups when spraying the oil. Put the lid back on and get ready for delicious chicken. 74 degrees Celsius or 165 degrees Fahrenheit is what the internal temp of your chicken needs to be reading so you don't die when you eat it. Using an instant read thermometer to check your food's internal temp is quick and easy. Once you are happy with the chicken's temp, you can remove it from the grill and place it on a cooling rack for a couple of minutes to rest. Once cooled, you can serve it up and watch everyone's reaction as they eat your not fried chicken that is super tasty, crispy, and still moist.